Hey, blue collar, can you hear me? What's going on? Can you hear me? Awesome. Trying to figure out this whole live stream thing, and apparently, as a new YouTuber, you cannot go live from your mobile device, but you can go live from. So I have a webcam hooked to my computer as a way around the overlord saying you can't use your phone to go live, which is causing a lot of challenges, but we have overcome them. I was hoping Jammies would jump in so I can show him how to take gold out of an assay card. I'll set that down here in case he comes in. That's what you use? Yeah, I had every intention of just using my phone as opposed to like routing it through my computer, because I feel like that would just be an easier setup, but apparently not. So play the game. We'll get a outsmart the geniuses over at YouTube. And then after 24 hours, it will allow me to use my phone to go live. So all this would be for nothing, but yes. This is all of my palladium right here, or platinum, I mean. This single gram pant bar. Super happy about that. I got it for 70 bucks in December, and I think now it's officially worth $70. So that's cool. Emerald, what's going on, Emerald? Thank you. I was exceptionally bored today and figured I would have a few minutes to kill while I wait to put the chickens away here in about 40 minutes or so. Wanted to see if I could figure out how this live thing works. What I don't quite understand is why what I see on my phone is different than what I see on the YouTubes. But it's all right. Do either of you two gentlemen know if they make a Vortex bar in 5 ounces? Yeah, I'm not talking about the delay. I'm talking like this is the screen on the YouTube, but my camera is showing that it's way wider than what it is. It's probably just the software that I'm using. So, yeah, I didn't know either. I don't think they do. I think they only make the 1 ounce and the 10 ounce. I kind of started down a rabbit hole of the ounce and the 10 ounce with the 10 ounce vortex and the 1 ounce vortex. So I think my next purchase of silver, I'm going to save up and try to get the 5 and the 10 ounce Aztec calendar bars. Just since it seems like I got a theme going. Rod from Portuguese. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping in. Hello. Just trying to kill some time here at the end of the day. Guess the professional streamers talk about the price of silver, which I haven't even looked today. What is we at? Kiko is at 86.78. The bid, the ask is. Hey, Littlefoot, thanks for stopping in. I was looking. I got the text from one of the bullion dealers about Deadly Sins. Those had some sets that were for sale. I was looking at them. They were pretty neat. Seemed like they commanded a higher premium, but of course, that was probably just the site that I was looking at. But you never know. Penny, hello. Not much going on today. Just was bored and figured I'd try to figure out how to live stream. Emerald Coast Stacker, thanks for searching. Yeah, I believe when I looked before, I didn't see a 5 ounce Vortex bar. I guess I'll call that set complete, if you will. So I think I'm on to. I think I'm gonna go after the Aztec calendar bars next. I do have a Den of Thieves 1 ounce bar coming that I know comes in at least a 10 ounce. So I might also save up to grab that one. We'll have to see. If prices keep going up like they are, it's going to be pretty difficult because I also really want to get some more the 1 ounce gold buffaloes. So yeah, I was also looking at Patriotic Stacker's video. He was saying that for Silvertown, the vintage bars say fine silver on them, and the old bars just say FS. I don't know if that's the case for this one or not, but either way, I was happy to pick it up from the not so local coin shop. He ended up giving this to me back when spot was like 68, I think it was. I got that for 66, but I don't know, the audio went out. May have been. Thumbs up. Maybe it came back. All right, thank you for that heads up. But yeah, so he gave me this 68. He gave it to me for 66 ish, a little bit cheaper than that. But then when it came time to give me some change, he actually offered up giving me change in silver, which I didn't think of. So he gave me this 20-gram bar. I ended up giving him $20 more for this, and he owed me 8. So I got 20 grams for $28, which so you can either look at this as getting 20 grams for $28, or what I chose to think of it as is it basically took another $1.50 off of all the ounces that I bought that day. So really, I got this, depending on how you look at it, for $3.50 under spot uh, or not. I mean, it's all the same whenever you figure out. I don't know if he knows what year video. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. The poured homage Silvertown bars in 5 and 10 ounce that are FS. The proper vintage bars are stamped fine. So this isn't poured, obviously. Does that classify as vintage? Yeah, proper. That's up. Got it. I mean, it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I treat pretty much all of the silver as, just silver. Littlefoot, I have no idea when you start counting things as vintage, whether it's a specific year or, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I have no idea. I know that it's not toned, but it is in rough shape. There's a lot of dinks out of it, but it doesn't bother me any. So I got a sneak preview of some videos coming down the pipe. I just got this today. It is a 1/4 ounce Canadian Buffalo 999 gold. And yeah, so it'll be coming out in a video later this week. I don't know when it's actually coming out, to be honest with you. Vintage Silvertown press bars usually have Winchester on the reverse. I definitely don't have that. There's an LP and an R symbol, little R symbol, and a circle there. That's it. So confirmed, not vintage. Appreciate the information, Emerald. Always learning something, that's for sure. Littlefoot, don't worry about asking questions, man. I know absolutely nothing about this. Penny says vintage is stuff no longer made that. All right. I mean, I'm good with that definition to the community, but sounds pretty legit to me. Another thing that I got that's coming out in a video, they are coming out on Friday. Hey, pajamas, what's going on, man? Let's turn you blue. So this guy right here, usually I'm not one for cardboard, but I'm making an exception on that. It's a Germanian mint. Don't tell anybody, you'll ruin the video later this week. But it is a 2 ounce bar that is also painted, and I could not pass these up. It's got little American flag background there in the top, the bison, and its eye is like almost in person. It almost has like a reflection to it, with some horses down on the bottom. Sometimes, yeah, right there on this corner, you can get like another horse silhouette that the camera picks up. But I got two of these, and I got 458 and 459, and I was super excited about that. It's probably my new favorite piece of silver, which is weird for me to say because I didn't really like the painted stuff or enamel, whatever you want to call it, colorized. Wasn't a big fan of it. And then I was watching World Money Wins. He was getting some cool bars, and I was like, yeah, they're growing on me. And then I came across these, and I had to pick them up. And actually, the story behind this was pretty cool. Kalilo emailed me, and was like, "Hey man, uh, there's some bison bars on PMs for sale." And then he walked me through my first PMs for sale transaction. And the guy that was selling these, right, there's only 999 made. The guy that was selling these was selling 115 of them. So he had like 11% of all of these that were made he was selling. And I wish I could have picked up all of them, but two of them was plenty for what I needed. Because then about 15 minutes later, after that sale was going through, and I found this quarter ounce buffalo, Canadian buffalo, and I just had to jump on it. And yeah, then about an hour after that, I was headed to the bank to go to deposit some money so that I could pay my quarterly taxes because the money that was in there for that went right out the door. Classic car has to hit 20 years, so I don't know. Yeah, I have classic plates on my 96 Honda Acti, and my wife has a 91 GMC Vandora that we converted into a camper van. Those both have classic plates because in PA you don't have to get an inspection for them. Yeah, Jammies, that bar is what I was talking to you about the other day. That I couldn't wait to show you. Sober Stacker, hey, Sober Stacker, I want you to know that I picked up a new hat, and I'm not very happy with the USPS office because let's just say you have a package coming that I mailed a week and a half ago. It's been delayed for the last 5 days. It was supposed to get there Saturday, and now they at least updated to say that they don't know when it's coming. Yeah, Jamie's that guy really cornered the market on these, and I didn't ask why he was selling them. I had to capitalize on it because it's just beautiful stuff. And I know RuralStacker is probably going to want to see it, so I'll pull it back out. Try to get the camera to play along the light. Yeah, so it's got the American flag in the background with the buffalo up front and horse shadow there, more of a horse outline on that side. Just beautiful, beautiful art. I got two of them, sequential numbers. Who are we making fun of today? I'm not making fun of anybody today. Nobody to make fun of. Rod, do you think it's worth to buy copper? I mean, the only copper bullion that I have are the copper dice. But as a guy who does electric work on the side, that's how I purchased my copper, is in wire and copper pipe for plumbing. Not saying it is or is not worth it. I mean, that's up to you. I just don't see. They usually carry a high premium. The rounds are cool with artwork. You can usually find designs in silver, and I don't see that copper bullion is all that fancy for me anyway. I'll stick to gold and silver. RuralStacker, I sent it to the Tulsa address. Yeah, I can email like the tracking number later today, but it has been shipped almost a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. Supposed to get there Saturday. The last update was Friday. I think it was in Kansas City, and it hasn't been updated since. So, not very happy about that. Thanks, Jammies. Yeah, Germanium Mint. I love their artwork. I haven't seen a Germanium Mint that bar or design that I haven't liked. So, I mean, this one's definitely my new favorite piece. I think it's great. Silver hit 89 today. Did it really? Oh yeah, it did, and came right back down to around 86. We're flirting with 87 right now. Copper is not a monetary metal. Go with silver. Yeah, that's kind of my stance. I really only collect it in useful ways, like I was saying earlier, in wire and copper pipe. That's for me. That's how I use it. It's more useful to me. I got a side job coming up that I'm rewiring a whole camp. I'll be doing here in 2 weeks, and I bought copper for that. I'm going to use copper to turn it into, and eventually more silver and gold is how I'm using my copper. RuralStacker, you are welcome, my friend. I really hope it gets there soon, because I didn't want you to think that I was ghosting you on the email. I'm not. I was really hoping you'd get it as a surprise, but I kind of ruined that to save face and say that I didn't forget about it. I was trying to drag it on, thinking, oh yeah, I could just keep telling them that I'll email them on Saturday whenever it gets there, so on and so forth. And now that I don't know when it's showing up, I'll just come out and tell you. I love to collect copper art pieces, though. Yeah, like I say, I think copper is pretty and all, but for me, I don't stack it. Sober. I also picked up this Canadian quarter ounce gold buffalo piece. Got that today. That's pretty sweet. Little $10 piece. Oh, Jimmy's, I wanted to show you. I was hoping you'd join. This is how you take your gold out of an assay bar. In case you didn't know. Oh, you know what? Let me grab some scissors. Need Pang to get the snip snip. Oh no. Okay, maybe it is a little harder than what Pang makes it look like. There it is. Look how free that is. So, Jammies, if you were wondering, that's how you do that. Get a pair of scissors, cut right along the edge. Yeah, the scissors. I originally was going to use my knife, and I decided against that because I think anybody wants to see gold and silver covered in blood. Maybe Liberty bleeds silver. He would like that. Is the audio choppy? It's probably on my end. I do have dial up out here in the middle of nowhere, and I also, for those of you that just came in, so YouTube, if you want to go live, you have to request it, and they put a hold on your account for 24 hours to use mobile live, to use your phone, basically. So what I had to do was turn my phone into a webcam and run it through my laptop and do a webcam live, because they let you do that. Silly games we play. Pang made surgical. Yeah, he's a professional at that. I'm gonna have to take more notes because that shouldn't have been that difficult. If you want to see on the replay here, Jammies, I can do that again with these ones. So these ones should not be as hard. Of course, make me look like a liar. Pang, welcome in, man. We're doing a little tutorial here, showing Jammies how to cut your gold out of their assay cards. And just like that, 2 more. Free for the wild. These guys are little 1/100ths, so nothing too fancy there, but paper thin, unbelievably thin. But now they're free as well. And we were just talking about you and how you make cutting your assay cards look surgical. Haven't been able to master that skill yet, but we're getting there. Am I going to use a small plastic bag? Yeah. I don't have any small capsules, so what I do is I just keep them all in one of these fancy bags from, I guess most of you know where that came from, but I keep them in there all loosey-goosey, and then I put them in the safe. Just take them out. Well, take them out and don't tell the fish, but I pretend to keep them in my Goldie poucho. But really, that's just for videos. Sometimes I'll throw the bag in here and throw the poucho in the safe, but most of the time they're just in the bag in the safe. So I hope you caught that, Jammies. It wasn't as hard as you think it is. Just a pair of sharp scissors and snip, snip. Perfect. Perfect. Glad I could help out. I will leave the 1/4 ounce and the 1/10 ounce maple. Probably gonna have to find some capsules for them. Maybe I'll go to Pang's channel and get his link for them. Just because I'll keep those nice, but these smaller pieces, they'll go free in the wild. Where are we at now? 22, flat around there for silver. Yeah, I guess $3 from the high today. Is that a crash? Are we crashing, guys? Is that how that works? Now I got a bunch of assay card pieces everywhere that I got to clean up. I'm sure, yeah, looks like freedom on your desk. Yeah, there's definitely a theme between the buffalo and anything patriotic. I'm trying to, I get pulled to. I think this one is very similar to this one here on the front, but verse they are significantly different. This one has some stars with an eagle on it, and this one is just the regular backing. I guess that's so you can engrave it if you wanted to. But, so they're a little different. I actually thought I lost this one earlier because I was looking at this side and not this one. And yeah, I tore my whole safe apart and started counting pieces and was like, oh, dummy, flip it over. This one here is pretty cool too. It's for 1 ounce. It's obviously a lot bigger. So it's thin, but it's got the wavy flag design. I actually waited like 6 weeks for this bar to come, which was terrible. But in the same sense, it was pretty neat because by the time it got here, that I had made like $1,300, so I couldn't complain. My Silver Journey, hello, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I'm glad you got it. That's awesome. Yeah, so I did get my own poker chips made. I haven't shown them really up close, so getting all the sneak peeks today. Stay strapped, stay stacked 2026. And on the reverse, just the Bullionaire neighborhood. And there is metal in this. I don't know what kind, but it is magnetic. So that's pretty cool. And got some basic stickers made as well. Nothing fancy, just the logo. So yeah. But glad you got that coin. My Silver Journey. Oh, you don't have to send me back anything, but if you do, I would appreciate it. That's for sure. Silver spot 86.28. Yeah. Coming down. Silver. And here's the 5 reasons why. I have no, just Kidding. It got a yeah. I didn't realize that it got over 89 today until somebody had told me. I just man, out. I get a little nervous at how high it's gone and how quickly. A couple weeks ago, if you asked me, I thought we were gonna stay sideways around. Hung out there for a day or two and it. Yep, I can as well. Hey, Jammies, thanks for stopping in. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, it's freeing to cut those assays up. That's for sure. Being Becky now, hello. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm stacking regardless of the price. Obviously, I'm getting less assays, but I'm still continuously buying both gold and silver because the problem was I wanted to get some precious metals to diversify my total, portfolio, if you will, and all this excess gains is gravy. It's actually helping me get to my goal of a certain percentage of precious metals that I want to have my investments. So needing less ounces, but still going. I got a long way to go for that. Buying silver and working for gold. You mean like you're getting paid in gold? Because that's freaking awesome if that's the case. Yeah, I'm doing side work as well, and all of that side work is going into precious metals. But I'm not exactly getting paid for gold straight up. That's awesome. I would love that. I often thought about that. Um, so like let's just say the gold buffalo here, right? It's US denominated in $50. So let's say my silver journey, you came and you worked for me, and I was like, hey, I'm paying you $50. Here you go. And if I give you a 1099 for the $50 in gold, like, would you only have to pay dollar tax on $50, or would you have to pay tax for the value of the gold coin since it's denominated? I was like extrapolating that out in my head one day. Okay, let's do like inheritance tax, right? But I'm giving you, 10 $50 gold piece coins. Is that only $500? Or would that be, 40,000 or whatever? I guess it's like 48,000 these days. $50, don't say it's gold. Oh yeah, if the paper says 50, it's just 50. Yeah, I think that would be. I thought about that the other day, and I was like, man, that's very interesting. Work for an LCS and you hook some. Okay, that makes it a little bit more easier for my brain to wrap my head around. I did this winter. I took a deer to my buddy who has his own farm to butcher, and I offered to pay him and his dad in silver, and they were both against it. They entertained it for a second. I bet you they probably wish they did now because this was back in November. So it was what, around $50, $60 an ounce. So I tried, but they weren't against it, but they weren't for it either. Gold Silver 420. Hello, welcome in. So what do you guys do? Wait and save for an ounce or buy grams, 5 grams along the way? Just paid almost 200 for a pamp gram. Uh, yeah. So I my first 3 gold purchases uh were 1 ounces because at the time I had some cash saved up and I picked up 3 ounces of gold separate times, but slowly getting into it. And that was back at around 2,800, I think. So it was a lot easier to do. Um, and I those were my biggest pieces. So after I got those, then I got hooked on silver, and I started buying some fancy high premium silver, and wasn't able to save up, the 44, 46, 48, whatever the Buffalo is now. And I started buying a bunch of fractional gold. So I got a couple grams here. Yeah, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grams of gold. I got 2 1/100ths, which are those thin guys there. And then I picked up 2 gram is this guy, and a 2.5 gram, and a 1/10 maple. So this is all in order of what I got. And after I got those, I then just today picked up this 1/4 ounce Canadian Buffalo. So I guess long story short, I'm just buying whatever I can uh, as close to spot as I can. So all of these fractional gold pieces, I think the most I paid was for the overspot was for the 1/10 ounce Canadian maple. I think I paid like $12 over spot for that, but the rest was all at spot or within a couple dollars of that. Lots of bad info out there. Greg Olson. Is that the bad info? Is that for paying in gold and taxes? What we were talking about? My silver journey. Yeah. Um, yeah, kind of like a layaway program. Yeah, that would be cool if they do that. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Greg Olson. I appreciate it. Yeah, 100. I think that's high in any household. I don't think I don't know too many people that have that just laying around, especially lately. Yeah, I just got a letter that my electricity by 13% starting in February, and that doesn't sound like much, but an $150 bill, now it's an extra $20. RG Dottie, thanks for stopping in. If 1% of gold silver stackers moved to platinum, the price of platinum would exceed gold prices. Yeah. Um, Platinum, I have 1 tiny gram. Platinum and palladium are very hard to come by. Translates to there is alarm. That's to put my chickens away. It's getting to that time of the day for me. Um, Platinum and palladium are very rare in my area, which translates to higher premiums. So for me, back in December, I bought this, and I paid $70 for the gram. And I think I seen people at the fun show were getting them for $74 a gram. Platinum has definitely gone up since December. So for me, the premiums just don't make it worth it. I would rather have gold, silver, but I had to get 1 gram just, see what the hype was about. And yeah, that's probably where I'll stop with that. Um, it's not a monetary metal, so I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah, Awesome. My alarm went over the internet. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't planning on being on this long, but having some good conversations. Cole Luizo, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. My average price per ounce is $17.50. That's awesome. Managed to stack 100 ounces in high school and an ounce of gold. Wow, that's fantastic. Should I convert? That I'm not the person to ask. I just so I am fairly new to stacking. In 2024, I bought Gold Buffalo and about 130 ounces of silver in 2024, in November of 2024. So I think silver was 28, 29. The generic Buffaloes I paid, I think it was right around 30. And then I didn't buy anything for a whole nother year. So I didn't get back into it until November of 2025, where I went pretty hard and got a lot of stuff then. So as far as the ratio and everything goes, I don't really, I haven't followed it enough, but I will say for me, I would like more gold than silver, just because of the weight and space aspect of it. But if your average price per ounce of silver is $17.50 and you traded that for gold, then really your price of gold is coming down as well. If you use the math of 50 ounces at 17.50 as opposed to 50 ounces at 86.80 as it just changed on the Kitco price. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about the GSR. I mean, I have no idea where it's going to go, up or down. I don't know. I think there's a lot of information that makes it a little bit misleading because if the gold silver ratio is $50 or 50 to 1, that doesn't necessarily mean ounces in trade for 1 ounce of gold, right? You have premiums, local dealers, so on and so forth might buy your silver back a spot, sell the gold above spot. So it's more of a guideline, like a rule of thumb, if you will. But I mean, for me personally, the generic $3 each. Um, I would be lying if I said that I wasn't considering it, trading, those in for gold whenever it hits 90, right? Because at that point, triple my money, and ultimately I want more gold buffaloes. So yeah, I thought about it, but it's everybody's own personal preference. For me, I got into gold and silver to slow down my total portfolio. I have a lot invested in the stock market with very little property, so I wanted to, when I decided to get into it, get a more stable, um, slower moving, less volatility, and that has proved to be how silly this past year or so, a little bit longer, since silver has gone straight up and gold has gone up. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. That's all icing on the cake for me. But it doesn't change my strategy. It just means that I need less ounces of gold and silver for my percentage of what I'm hitting, trying to hit. Still going up. My silver journey says still going up pretty strong. If you want to sell, I would not do it yet, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, I have no idea what it's going to do. Like I said, I'm pretty surprised that we're up to 86 right now in such a short amount of time. Greg Olson, I got major amounts of pre-65 to find out his lowest reportable amount of anything 1,000. Yeah, interesting. My silver journey, 355 ounces that year. Yeah, my first year I did 100 ounces of silver, over 100 ounces of silver, and I did 1 ounce of gold. My second year, I did 2 ounces of gold, a bunch of grams, and 115 ounces of silver. So, and that was really just from November, but it took me all year to save that money up from November. And that's what I was saying earlier. I am getting less ounces for the same amount of money. Feel all that well. But I also look at it like this. I continually invest in the stock market through 401k, IRA, stuff like that. And 90% of the time the stock market's all-time highs. So why would I not do the same with gold and silver if I use that same logic, right? So I'm not too worried about buying at the top here or at all-time highs, because when you step back and think about it, if you have a 401k and you can all-time highs a lot longer than silver and gold, that's for sure. Greg Olson, $91 before they yanked him. Yeah, that's awesome. Pre-65. Yeah, I think I got $20 face in quarters, and that's it. Penny Scout, what's your good news? Share with the class. 1099 reporting rules. Greg Olson, I'm gonna have to check that out later. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, bought a tube of them. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I bought some silver, the Den of Thieves bars. I bought some of them uh, at the beginning of January. Actually, I think it was the second Friday the second. I bought those, and I used a credit card, and so the transaction went through immediately, and they still have not shipped. But every dealer has the banner. I don't want to say every dealer, but most online dealers have a banner saying that it's massive demand and shipping delays and so on and so forth. And that, I mean, we're seeing it. Uh, whether it's demand or supply issues or both, we'll never know. But yeah, like this bar, well, not just this bar, but the order that this bar came in took me 6 weeks to get. And by the time that I got it, the entire order had made like $700, which was pretty cool. But I was nervous that they would cancel it before they shipped it. because I kept getting emails, oh, it's delayed, it's delayed, it's delayed. And I'm watching the price go higher and higher. I'm thinking, oh, they're going to cancel my order, but they did not. So Greg Olson bought some 2026 ASEs in November for 68. Bullion Exchange just put out a video that they came in. That's awesome. Yeah, I have exactly one Silver Eagle. I actually got that as a on the Punisher Stackers Christmas giveaway. If you don't follow him, you should definitely. It's an awesome channel, new channel. Just a great guy, constantly doing giveaways and everything like that. Yeah, it was a pre-order, like Greg Olson, so you locked it in. The VA is finally getting my and both. Oh my gosh, Penny Scout, I'm so glad that you finally are getting the help, well, the start of the help that you need. Yeah, the VA system is a joke. Uh, Unfortunately, I have had my battles with them too. Waiting on an order from Scottsdale. It's been about 3 weeks. Yeah, and I don't know if that's going to be the new normal, right? Unfortunately, said it. We don't know if it's demand or if it's supply, uh, and because of that, the last two purchases I did was peer to peer. I'll show them again for anybody that's new. I just got this in today. I ordered it on the 6th, so 1 week from PM's for sale. Not a shill. I've only done 2 transactions there, but they were both smooth and went well. So I got a quarter ounce gold, and I got this 2 ounce silver by some bars from Germanium Mint, and I got that peer to peer as well. That came in 4 days, which is a lot faster than the dealers. I think I paid 76 an ounce for these, and spot was 79. So, I mean, I'm getting low premiums on that. This guy here, it was a $20 above spot for a quarter ounce, which I thought was really good. So it's I had good luck on it. I am not recommending it because it is peer to peer, right? There's obviously risk there. Got to do your homework. I wouldn't. I was pretty nervous whenever I did it. The first, like I said, I only did 2 times, and that was last week. I was nervous, but it all worked out. I had Kalilo help me. He's he's a veteran over there on peer to peer, so he helped me get through those transactions and make sure they were legit and everything. They do have services on there that you can use to protect yourself, from my understanding, but um, yeah, there are safeguards, but you still. I mean, I guess it's no different really than buying from eBay uh, in the grand scheme of things, because eBay's still peer to peer. I'm just not. I don't know enough about it yet to really say one way or the other. Just saying those 2 specific deals that I did on there worked out pretty well for me, I'd say. Pure metals, yeah, I've heard a lot about that. I have never checked out pure metals. This was PMs for sale on Reddit. Again, not advertising, because I don't. I only used them twice last week, and not really familiar enough to talk about it in a confident manner. But as a guy that doesn't have a local coin shop near me, it's a good option for me, I think. Pure Metals is Greg Olson is what you meant to say, not peer-to-peer. Yeah, I haven't checked that out. Really, I'm gold and silver purchases the sites because every time I log into one, it seems to be that I buy something off of them. But I try to avoid them because I had quarterly taxes go out. I got Roth IRA contributions to make, HSA contributions to make. I'm also saving for what hopefully will be a land purchase here in the next month or two. Yeah, Reddit. So yeah, they have a safeguard service that you can pay extra for, from my understanding, where you send it to a middleman. They verify it and send it along to you. But I don't know enough about it. I didn't use it. Pure Metals will back the seller. Yeah, and I guess eBay backs the buyer, right? With their return policy and everything. The subreddit name, it is PMs for sale, PMS for sale. Again, I don't know enough about it to like give it a verified check mark, but definitely do your homework on there before you purchase, like anything else. Back the correct with all that stuff, especially when you get into large purchases. It's like I said, it still made me nervous. I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up here. Most of you heard my alarm go off to put the chickens in their coop for the evening. If I don't get up there, something else might, and that would be terrible. My girls and the fresh eggs that they give me every day. Thank you all for stopping by. Give it another minute here just to see if there's any last questions. Final spot check. Kitco showing for the bid 86.81, for the ask 87.06. Yeah, I don't trust it. I let them out every morning and every evening. Yeah, the last 2 hours of the day, I let them range. I've had a lot of hawk attacks, and well, as much as I try to turn my property into a no-fly zone, they still keep coming back. Let them out at the last 2 hours of the evening ish to free range. Yeah, chicken tractor, movable cage attachment. Yeah, that would. I've seen them. I really want to get one, but I live in the middle of the woods, and I also have pretty hillside, so I don't really have flat ground for them. I can't really move it for them to range like you could in an open field. Yeah, solar doors. I've seen them. I'm I'm just a guy in the middle of the woods, and I try to stay away from the electricity. And I've seen that they do every night to check to make sure it closes on them. Yeah, bear proof. This summer, I had a bear break my chain link fence and attack my dog. Well, really, my dog attacked the bear. I think the bear was just as scared as my dog was, and he only got his ear. The bear swiped his ear and split from the base to the tip into a peace sign. Luckily, we were able to get him all stitched back up, but for the Tuesday afternoon, a bear jumping the fence and fighting the dog. But the dog did great. I think he has a little PTSD from it, but bear ran off and the dog survived. Yeah, once spring comes around, I plan on showing a little bit more of the homestead that I got. But I took the hog panels and I bent them up and built a frame around them and turned them into greenhouses. So put 3 together and get a 6-foot high center. Little hoop house, greenhouse thing. I did 2 of them. Those are sweet. Yeah, I have black bears where I'm at. I actually this had on my trail cam, I had 3 cubs in one photo. So I knew that there was at least 3 of them around. But, I definitely got bear problems around here. But, all right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate stopping by. Cougar and moose. Yeah, I would love to live in a place that had moose and elk, but I do not. just white-tailed deer and black bears for me. So, thanks for stopping in, everyone. I appreciate you joining the first live. It was a ton of fun. And everybody, have a good evening. Thanks for stopping in. Last call on the silver price, 86.81. Okay. Have a good night.